Hey guys, it's Shar. So we are finally here building a restaurant in The Sims 4. It is about high time that I can finally cross this off of my bucket list. Dine Out is by far one of my favorite add-ons for The Sims 4. It just has not gotten old to me for whatever the reason. I can't really explain it. It's just like having the option to go out with friends or family or on dates or just by yourself if you're into that kind of thing. Like I love doing that. I use it all the time. I mean, you can place these types of lots anywhere and almost everywhere that is available to you, and along with all the different types of food options that we will more than likely continue to get in the near future for The Sims 4, you can continue and constantly just add those types of new recipes and all of that into the restaurants. And I really do love it. It kind of goes the same way with like retail lots. I have one in my current household, and I really love it. I enjoy it. I love that type of freedom, and I can't really explain it. It's just super fun to me, and I don't know why, but I don't know. I love it, and there's so many different types of scenarios and random events and situations that can kind of occur from just going out with your sim. For instance, in my current household, which I apparently cannot wait to tell you guys, but my I was playing with one of my sims, and like I was like kind of switching the household or whatever, and I was playing with him, and we went out just to kind of have a little bit of lunch with a friend, a colleague, I'll say. And we go there and we see his wife. She's dining, you know, with some random guy, and you know, this young teenager. And I mean, it literally pissed this dude off. Like seriously, like I mean, he was so upset. I didn't even know what was going on because I wasn't even paying attention, you know? Like I was just kind of minding my own business. I didn't even realize she was there. And I was trying to have a conversation between him and his colleague, and he just had this minus situation happen over the top of his head, and I was like, what's wrong? Why are you pissed off? So I'm looking around trying to figure out what's going on. He ends up getting up from his seat, and he just stomps off, and he's just so mad, you know, ruining the whole lunch in itself because his wife is over at another table talking or dining, I'll say, with another man. And it was just, you know, like that's kind of what I mean. Like I don't know. I mean, you can have those types of situations happen, you know, anywhere, but just kind of having that, you know, occur, it's just so great for a story. Like, ooh, I cannot wait to get into the details. But anyways, the husband and wife, they do not live together. They're separated for reasons that I will have to explain later on. Don't know when, but stay tuned. So needless to say, we basically cursed her out and ended up leaving our lunch with our colleague early. Like seriously, legit happened. I don't even think you can make this up. But anyways, as far as the build itself turns out to be a modern one, and it's something that's very outside of my box because I'm not one to really create very modern builds. I did one a while ago on this channel, which I wasn't able to actually show me physically building it because I didn't have a lot of RAM. But for this one, I decided to go ahead and do something a little bit more modern because it's not anything that I really normally do. And I don't know, like I'm not like a modern type of person. I love modern on the inside, you know, like give me those granite countertops and the island counters and a flat screen TV, and I am good to go. But when it comes to the outside, I like to keep it very modest, and I don't know, I just like to not draw like like attention to myself. So I don't know, I guess that's just kind of, you know, me kind of placing myself a little bit into the build in a way. I don't even know. But anyways, we are working on the inside of the kitchen here, the chef kitchen. I actually love this little open like kitchen chef stove set. I don't know what you would call it, chef station, I think. I like that. I love it a lot because it gives you a really good view from the inside. And anytime that I do builds or anything like that, I really think about the viewers, like, you know, how you guys are going to like see it from your perspective. Like, I do a lot of things from like a viewer standpoint, especially when I'm editing. Like for instance, this back deck, I'm not going to keep it like I am, but like I'm going to get rid of it, then I'm going to add it back and like kind of change it around. But I was going to edit a lot of parts out because this build was getting very long. And I was just thinking to myself, if I was a viewer and had I actually edited out all the parts that I wanted to, like me removing the back deck, and then just kind of starting from where I had just rebuilt it at, it wouldn't make sense from how I got from point A to point B because the lighting was different, and maybe it's just me thinking too deeply into it, but that's just what I do. I overanalyze. Anyways, speaking of builds and stuff, I want to thank you guys so much for being so receptive to the previous build that I did. I'm really surprised, and I'm so happy and so grateful that you guys really like it. And I don't know, like it makes me feel like I did a good job. Like it was my first time like creating a build with like majority custom content, and you guys really seem to enjoy it, and I like just thank you so much. It made me feel like so happy, and I'm just truly grateful for each and every single one of you. Like seriously, like thank you so freaking much. Anyways, so the downfall to this build is that it does only have one bathroom. Now I did create this with the mind that this was just going to be like a family owned business. I did create this build while I was in the middle of playing with a current household of mine, and this is kind of what I was creating in the process. And I don't know, I don't know, I don't know what I'm thinking like half the time. Like this is what you get. Like I am just a bubble of mess, and it explodes everywhere. But no, like seriously, this is just kind of like a very like upscale type of restaurant. Lie to you not. If you're not dining at this restaurant alone, then you'll be sure to spend about 100, close to 300 simoleons for your meal. So enjoy. So anyways, I really do like how this restaurant turned out. I wasn't really sure like what color scheme I was going to go for until later on, and it had a lot to do with these decorative objects. I'm not exactly sure what they are. It's these things right here, these little green like signs. I'm not sure, they're like neon in color. So I kind of got the color scheme from those, and then like this painting here. And then I took these wall hanging lights from Dine Out. I think they're wall hanging lights. I don't know, but I placed them in this window here, and then I placed them all the way up towards the roof. So that way you can get like a really nice view when you're sitting on the inside. It looks really gorgeous, I think. And I don't know, I just really love how like the lights going all the way up to the roof just kind of brings more character to the space. I feel like it's almost like a focal point, and your eyes kind of draw to it, especially when you're sitting at the table right next to the door. I feel like when you're sitting there, you can just kind of, you know, press the tab button and kind of do like a nice little 360. Like seriously, I really love how it looks. I think it's just really gorgeous, and I don't know. So anyways, we are working on the back deck here, and is this where I remove it? Yep. Called it right there. I'm just okay. I feel like the decks were a little bit problematic for me. The front deck, the back deck, I just could not decide. So eventually I did end up getting rid of the front deck because I think that was just absolutely freaking horrendous. And it was the best move that I ever made for this build. Actually, no, I have to disagree with myself because right here, this is where I added in the second floor, to which I ended up deleting the floor from the second floor. It gives it that high ceiling effect, and I really love it because this is where I got the idea to take the lights that I added in from the window from downstairs and brought that upstairs all the way up to the rooftop to this space, which is how you really get that effect when you're looking in from the inside and you just kind of see all of that green and just glow like I'm just I don't know. I went in and I took these curved flooring foundations and just kind of swooped them all around the bottom half of the lot here, and then I'm just kind of switching up the skylight that I'm trying to do. I end up getting rid of the one instead of having the two, and I'm just kind of adjusting everything. I didn't want the build to be too square, which is why I added in the curved edging, and then adding in some brick to the exterior just to kind of break up all the dark colors from the space, adjusting some of the outside a little bit, adding in some foliage to kind of bring a little bit more character and liveliness to the space. So over here is where I came up with the idea to take these lights from Dine Out and combine them with these wall plants also from Dine Out, and I really like it. I really do. I like the look of it. I even used it in my current household that I play, and I don't know, I really love it. It appeals to me for some reason. Anyways, I went ahead and grabbed these curtains from the base game, changed them quite a bit. I don't think this is going to be the full curtain color. I do believe I do use green. I use a lot of green in this build, and funny enough, oddly enough, actually, I don't even like the color green. But even though I don't, I will still work with colors that I'm not necessarily a fan of. Especially pink. I'm not a fan of pink either, but I'll still use it, and it's such a stupid story. Okay, so so when I was growing up, I was about maybe, I want to say, between the ages of 11 and 13, and I used to be this huge Power Ranger fan. I remember coming home from school at like 3 o'clock or so, and Power Rangers, I think, either came on at 3 p.m. or 3:30. I'm talking original Power Rangers: Tommy, Billy, Rocky, Adam, Kimberly, Trina. Is it Trina or Trini? Whatever. Not the crap Power Rangers that they have today. No, sir. Okay, so anyways, I was a huge freaking Tommy fan. Lie to you not, MCE. Man crush every day. Like, I was so head over heels in freaking lust with this dude. A literal mess. I mean, I even had his karate tape. Like, I feel like this is like so embarrassing, but this is my childhood, okay? So do not judge me. So anyways, I remember this Pink Ranger, Kimberly, like always needing some sort of help or just always in trouble for whatever the reason. How do you call yourself a Power Ranger and you can't even stand on your own 2 feet? This chick literally was just so irritating to me. Like, seriously, I mean, she would just get attacked by anything and everything all the time. And here goes Tommy racing over to save her or to catch her or something. Like, can this chick for one episode please like fight her own battles? Like oh god, this is just so terrible. I am a terrible person. I'm still angry about this. Like I was just so jealous. I'm still so mad. You can like kind of hear it. So anyways, because of her, because of Kimberly, she is the reason why I do not like pink. To think that I've held on to that for so long is so sad. But anyways, I do not have a fun, embarrassing story for why I do not like the color green. I just don't. I don't know why, but but whatever the case may be, I'm not opposed to playing around with different colors and their variations because I don't want to always kind of stay with the same look every single time. So I don't know. I like to venture out and just, I don't know, like just play around with stuff and see what I can come up with. I originally built this lot in Willow Creek, but later on I end up moving it over into Windenburg, and it's on one of my favorite lots ever because you just get like a really nice view of the riverbank, and it's just so gorgeous all the way around. I mean, like the sunset is beautiful, you know, just the whole atmosphere is just so amazing. And I'm just one of those people, I really love the beauty of scenery. I'm just such a sucker for scenic views. Like, just, I really am, which is kind of why I really do enjoy San Myshuno as well, because, you know, when you're just high up in those apartments, you really get like a really good view of everything. You know, you can just see everything from so far up, and it's just something that you can't get when you're so far low to the ground. And I don't know, it's so beautiful. But I want to go ahead and jump into why I named this lot Chartreuse, and it has no depth to the fact that my name is Char or anything like that. It kind of goes back to the actual color of the lot on the inside, the interior, and playing around with different colors and stuff. I really had like a hard time trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to name this lot. So I did a little Google searching, and I just kind of Googled different types of names for the color green, and I came across this word chartreuse. So I decided to go ahead and look it up. And I feel like it's very relevant to the build itself, because chartreuse is a French word which was basically derived from a greenish to yellowish liquor made in France, and was also named after some monastery monks back in like the 1700s. And I don't know, I really liked this idea because I wanted something that was different. And I don't know, I keep saying that, but I just felt like it was very reminiscent to the build because of its interior and the colors that I used. The lights and everything just seemed like it was a greenish yellow, and it just seemed like it fit so perfectly. I really didn't want a generic term to kind of describe the name of the lot, because like, first of all, I have a hard time naming lots anyway, and secondly, I don't know, the word just jumped out to me. And I feel like because this lot is in Windenburg, I feel like it's something that could be a little bit more relevant to history in a way, because just like the way that it's built, it has like this old world brick, and it really fits really well in with like Windenburg, and I feel like it can appeal to a lot of the locals. So I basically kind of took a lot of that information and I placed that into this build, as well as a couple new foods and stuff that also came from San Myshuno. And I don't know, I really like the idea of just kind of bringing a little bit of history into, you know, a build, because it's just, I don't know, like I said, different. But I don't know, like I really like it, and I just feel like it fits really well with the theme of what I was kind of going for. So anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and finish talking about the lot in itself. I really just wanted to try to make use of a small space, and being that this was originally supposed to be a starter, the inside just was really compact, and it was kind of awkward in shape and almost like a challenge, because I kind of just tried to make all the different types of pieces work for itself, like where I placed the kitchen and where I placed some of the seating. And I don't know, and I made full use of it, just adding in three-seater tables, two-seater tables, and eight-seater. So you can kind of have big families and partially small families. Just kind of really take in this scenery and enjoy a meal at this lot. And you can still do like a couple things in the meantime. I really love this lot as well because it does come with a painting easel off to the side. And I don't know, I really love this lot. It turned out a lot better than I had anticipated. And overall, like I'm just so in love with it. I really am. And it's kind of weird in a way too, to kind of make a venue lot for the first time and then even play with something that you built. You know, it's something that I don't really do a lot of. So anyways, I did build somewhat of a barrier here to kind of block off the I don't know, is it called the waiter station? I'm not exactly sure, but I did have a lot of trouble with it in a way, just trying to figure out the placement because again the lot was definitely pretty small, so trying to find a like a place for that to go, which is kind of difficult. I did add in some wind chimes just to kind of give it a little bit more of a tranquil type of vibe to it, and even the lettering out front on the sign there, I grabbed that from some of the letters that came with Dine Out as well. With the bathroom, I even extended it upwards and gave it its own little high ceiling, which I really do enjoy. And I'm just kind of going around once again, just adjusting the windows, because that was one of the things that I had like a hard time with too, because you know everything was not symmetrical, and I'm just like super anal about stuff like that, so I decided to go ahead and switch those up as well, adding in some lights all around just so it can give a really nice ambience. I'm really excited to show this to you guys. And I don't know, because it's like it's my first venue lot, so I'm just like super like excited about it. But anyways, I'm knocking out this horrible looking bar that I had here, and I'm going to switch up the look just a little bit. I'll end up connecting it to the lot so that the bar actually blends in, and then adding in a beam so that the roof can have some sort of stability. But anyways guys, we are about to go ahead and jump into some pictures. I really enjoyed talking with you and rehatching some of my embarrassing childhood. But if you like this video, definitely go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new, definitely go ahead and subscribe. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and until my next video, I will see you guys all later.
Took some time, but we pointed out that tomorrow isn't here right now, baby. An absent mind came to roam around, captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go.